Welcome to another video where we explore the ancient history of Kyiv, a city steeped in legend and legacy. Join us as we embark on a journey through time, delving into the rich tapestry of Kyiv's past, from its humble origins to its rise as a cultural and historical epicenter. Through ancient streets and centuries-old landmarks, we'll uncover the stories that have shaped this remarkable city. But that's not all. To continue uncovering the hidden gems of Kyiv's history and to stay connected with our historical adventures, be sure to subscribe and watch until the end. By subscribing, you won't miss out on any of our upcoming immersive journeys into the past. So, let's dive into the ancient history of Kyiv together, a tale of intrigue, heritage, and the echoes of time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us on this enthralling expedition. Let's get started into the video. According to the ancient legend, Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, was founded by three brothers, Chi, Shek and Koriv, and their sister Lived, at the end of the 5th beginning of the 6th centuries. The city was named after the eldest brother Chi. The city is more known worldwide since the Soviet times. Many ancient tribes gathered around Kyiv, and at the end of the 9th century the city became the political center of the Eastern Slavs. In the year 988, Christianity, introduced by great Prince Vladimir, became the official religion of the Kievan Rus. This helped to establish political and cultural relations with such states as the Byzantium Empire and Bulgaria. At that time, almost 50,000 people lived in the city. There were about 400 churches and 8 markets. When Vladimir Monomakh died in the year 1152, the mighty Kievan Rus began to decay. In the year 1240, Kyiv was demolished by Bedi Khan. Only in the 14th century Kyiv began to revive. But in the year 1362, Great Duke of Lithuania captured the city. For more than 100 years it was under the command of Lithuanian and Polish dukes. People's Liberation War, of the year 1648 to 1654, against the Lithuanian-Polish yoke led to liberation. But Cossack armies, headed by Hetman Bogdan Khmelnytsky, couldn't manage to conquer the enemy without help from Russia. As a result, Ukraine plunged under a long period of domination by the Russian Empire. Since that time the history of Ukraine and Kyiv was closely connected with Russian history. Archaeological excavations show evidence of the first settlements on the territory of Kyiv 15,000 to 20,000 years ago. The early settlers of Kyiv built their citadel on the steep right bank of the Dnieper River to protect themselves from nomadic tribes. Later, Kyiv's Grand Dukes built their palaces and churches on Starokyivsky Hill, while artisans and merchants settled next to the wharf on the Dnieper. By the end of the 9th century, when the Grand Dukes of Kyiv united scattered Slavic tribes, Kyiv became the political center of the Eastern Slavs. The city maintained wide foreign and commercial trade links due to its favorable position in the middle of trade routes between the Vikings and the Greeks, strict way from Northern Europe and the Baltics to the Mediterranean. Kyiv's development accelerated during the reign of Grand Duke Vladimir the Great. In the year 988, Vladimir established Orthodox Christianity as the official religion of the realm in order to strengthen the power of Kyiv on the broader international arena. During that time, the first stone temple in Russia, Desiatinaya Church, was constructed. During the 11th and 12th centuries ancient Kyiv Rus reached its greatest period of ascendancy. By the 11th century, Kyiv was one of the largest centers of civilization in the Eastern Christian world. At that time, there were about 400 churches, 8 markets, and more than 50,000 inhabitants in Kyiv. For comparison, at that same time, the population of London, Hamburg and Gdansk was about 20,000 people. Kyiv was among the most prospering craft and shopping centers of Europe. After the death of Kyiv's great Prince Vladimir Monomakh in the year 1125, Kyiv Rus became involved in a long period of feudal wars. Foreign powers were quick to take advantage of this situation. In the fall of the year 1240, the Tatar Mongols headed by Bedi Khan, captured Kyiv after a series of long and bloody battles. Kyiv fell into a prolonged period of decline. The Tatar Mongols ruled for almost a century. Despite a foreign rule, Kyiv retained its artisan, trade and cultural traditions and remained an important political, trade and cultural center. In the 14th century, the Kyiv region became the cradle for the modern Ukrainian nation. In the 15th century, Kyiv was granted the Magdeburg rights, which permitted greater independence of the city in matters of international commerce. Until the 14th century, Kyiv paid tribute to the Golden Horde. Then it passed under the control of Great Lithuanian Duchy, which in 1569 was united with Poland. With the establishment of the Kyiv-Mohylianskaya Academy in 1632, the city became a center of Ukrainian learning and scholarship. The long road to the independence of Ukraine began with Cossack military campaigns. In 1648 to 1654, Cossack armies, headed by Hetman Bogdan Khmelnytsky, Ukraine's Cossack leader, waged several wars to liberate Ukraine. In the year 1648, when the Ukrainian Cossacks rose against Poland, Kyiv became for a brief period the center of the Ukrainian state. But soon, confronted by the armies of Polish and Lithuanian feudal lords, Bogdan Khmelnytsky sought the protection of the Russian Tsar in the Treaty of Pereyaslav. After Ukraine's union with Russia in the year 1654, however, the city was acquired by Moscow. During a long period of domination by the Russian Empire of Ukraine in the 17th and 18th centuries managed to preserve and enjoy some of its rich political, economic, cultural, and religious achievements. In January 1918, after the fall of Russian Empire, the independence of Ukraine was proclaimed and the Ukrainian National Republic was established. During the civil war that followed the October Revolution, Bolshevik Party seized power and expanded their sphere of control into Ukraine. Ukraine becomes a part of the Soviet Union. Kyiv suffered severely during the World War II, when many unique architectural and artistic treasures were destroyed. Earlier, in the 1930s, the Soviet authorities systematically destroyed many churches. Extensive restoration of the after-war days has revived much of Kyiv's historical and cultural heritage. Despite repressions, suffering, political turmoil, and ecological disasters, Ukraine's spirit and national identity have never died. On August 24, 1991, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, Ukraine proclaimed its independence. This was the beginning of the whole new period in the history of Ukraine and its beautiful capital. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you loved what you saw, remember to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our upcoming videos. Leave us a comment and share your thoughts on the comments section below. See you on the next video.